I'm here with Kenny Ejim, who's a forward for the Humber Hawks basketball team. He's sitting with me today. I'm going to answer a few questions and talk about your career. So first of all, just tell us your story. Where did your passion for basketball all begin?
Well, my passion for basketball began at a young age. You know, when I lived here in Rexdale, I went to St. Andrews Elementary School, and I just started playing at recess. You know, I never played for any club teams, you know, no AAU basketball or, you know, OBA basketball. I kind of just played at recess, fell in love with it, and any time that I had, I just spent it playing basketball. So that's where the love grew at a young age. But,
at a young age?
Yeah.
And what age did you start playing more professionally and getting into this more?
Well, my first year of like basketball representing a club team, you know, something outside of school, was in the 9th grade. I played for Brampton Warriors, and I haven't played rep or OBA basketball, like club basketball, ever since. I've only played that year. I've always really just played for school, like played school basketball, and just played on my own, and, you know, tried to develop on my own.
At what point did you want to continue when you went to college? Like, where did that really hit home?
I think it was high school. You know, as soon as in the 9th grade, I wasn't the most talented player, most definitely. You know, I wasn't the fastest, strongest. I really didn't have an identity, but I still was passionate about it. So I wanted to try and figure out who I am as a basketball player, who I am as an individual, and this search of trying to find out who I am is what continued to allow me to keep playing. And I just, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to play for as long as I could.
Right.
You know?
And so you developed as a young player. So now that you're number 5th for points per game and averaging 22 points per game, does that have any expectations with that, or is it nerve-wracking, like you always have to do well now?
You know, well, sometimes your mind wanders, right? Sometimes you look at these things and it has some type of validation. Sometimes, you know, it gets to you, but on the broader scale of things, if you're a true competitor, those things really don't get to you. You know, you just try and keep a consistent level of play. Don't let the numbers get to you, and you know, it's good to look at and say, you know, I was able to accomplish this, but you know, winning is the #1 priority. So as long as you win, that's certainly a real sense of validation.
Do you ever get nerves before a game, going into a game?
I always get nervous before a game. I really feel like if I'm not nervous before a game, then the game doesn't mean much to me anymore.
Okay.
So like, that's my sense of like validation in terms of like, the game still means something to me. Every game still matters to me because I'm still nervous. I still have these slight expectations for myself, you know, so.
Do you have anyone in your life that's influenced you to, you know, become the athlete you are today?
I've had a lot of coaches. Coach Almer, well, you know, when I was younger, in the 9th grade, he died of cancer, and I think it was one of the very first leagues I started playing in is a Filipino league, and his son played on my team as well, Kyle Sunga, and he was the one coach who started really giving me confidence.
Right.
Like he'd always tell me like, yo, you could play, you could play, you could play, and I've never had that when I was younger. You know, it was only just me, my uncle, my family who would tell me. So he was really the first coach who believed in me, and you know, he's probably that really influential coach. Every time before a game I do the sign of the cross and I point into the air, it's because of him, you know, because he's an amazing coach, an amazing person. So.
If you had anything you would love to say to him now, what would you say?
Just thank you, just give him you know, appreciation and thank you, because you know, I don't know if I would be here and be as confident and be the individual I am today if it wasn't for you know, his push when I was younger. So yeah.